Welcome to another Try This. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Shannon, and we're from the Ingersoll Library. And today, we are going to be trying makeup application and DIY skincare. Try This is a series where we discover the Oxford County Library collection and try something new. To get us started, we have a couple books we want to share with you before we get into trying some new things.
So our first book here is called Clean, and it's written by James Hamblin. So this book here is all about the science of your skin. So it just really gives you a good overview of how your skin works and kind of what you need to do to protect it.
Probably something we should all read. So this book here is called Beauty from the Inside Out, Makeup, Wellness, and Confidence, and it's written by Bobbi Brown. And it's a really interesting book because it's not just about makeup or just skincare. It talks about overall wellness. So the foods that can really help clear your skin and protect it and keep it healthy, down to an exercise regimen and different ways just to protect your overall health and wellness. And this book here, some of you might recognize Dr. Sandra Lee. So this is called Your Best Face Forward, The Ultimate Guide to Skincare from Acne to Anti-Aging. And Dr. Sandra Lee is commonly known as Dr. Pimple Popper. And she has a show on TLC. Some of you might have seen her on Instagram. But she also has this book all about skincare and how to manage different types of acne and anti-aging.
We watched that show.
I have definitely watched that show. It's pretty gross. But
it's not for the faint of heart.
It's not. It's gross, but I learned a lot too. She's very knowledgeable.
Definitely.
And we also have a book here. It's called 10-Minute Makeup, and it's written by Boris Entra. And this is all about makeup. It's exactly what it says, 10-minute makeup, and different styles and different looks for the different shapes of your face, and how to use different products and different brushes. If you're interested in makeup or you want to sort of expand what you can do, give that book a try.
So Shannon, that book actually brings us to our first Try This collaboration.
You're right. So we have our special guest. We have Rhiannon from the Tillsonburg Public Library, who is going to show us a makeup tutorial and walk us through how she does a hooded eyelid. So let's check in with Rhiannon.
Hi there, my name is Rhiannon. I've worked in the Tillsonburg branch of Oxford County Library for a few years now, and today I am contributing to Try This with Shannon and Leslie. And the skill that I would like to highlight today is makeup application, and the book that I'm choosing to highlight along with this skill is Lazy Perfection, The Art of Looking Great Without Really Trying by Jenny Botanical. This book is excellent. It doesn't really have a lot of pictures in it, which you would expect, but it goes into a lot of details, so you don't really need them. All the chapters are really short and all the paragraphs are really short, which means that it's actually organized really, really well by subject, and it's very easy to look up whatever you're looking for. This book also goes into a lot of detail on a lot of range of subjects, everything from makeup and cosmetics to skincare, to hair care, to nails, to just being healthy. It's a great book. So the skill that I'm going to be highlighting out of this book is how to apply eyeshadow on hooded eyes. As you can see, I kind of have a crease on both of my eyes, where you can see that a lot of my lid hangs over. This means that I do have hooded eyes. This can be really difficult to apply makeup onto eyes like this, as a lot of your work will just disappear when you kind of lower your eyebrows. And this book does actually have a whole section on how to properly apply makeup to hooded eyes, which is something that a lot of people struggle with. So I am going to get the base of my makeup done, and then I will come back and I will go through some of the skills that are laid out on how to deal with hooded eyes. So I'm back with my base makeup done, and here is the section on the hooded eyes again. And so for hooded eyes, what they suggest is applying a light satin finish color on the inner corner of the eye, which is what we're going to do. And they also suggest applying deeper colors with your eyes open so you can see where your socket is, so that when you are applying your makeup, it looks the same way while you're applying it as it's going to look as your eyes are actually open. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to be applying a light brown color while my eyes are open, just above my socket. You can kind of see where my brush is hitting, that there's a little, you can kind of see where the line is. When I turn my eyes down, you can see that there my eyes are in fact hooded. So I'm just going to keep blending, and I'm just going to apply only with my eyes open, and I'm just going to be careful that it doesn't go too far, that I keep it nice and blended. I'm using a pretty small brush, pretty fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna do this until I am satisfied with the way it looks. I'm just going to keep gently applying more and more color with my eyes open above where my hood is. And so I'm going to do that onto my other side. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of brown, and I'm just going to apply it into my crease, not below, not onto the bottom of my lid, just into my crease, and I'm just going to blend upwards. And I'm just using a very fluffy, very small brush and just very small amounts of product, and I'm being very gentle. You should barely even see the skin of your eye move. Like, you should not be able to you shouldn't be pressing it on. It should just be very, very light, very easy. You can see all this has done is add a tiny bit of contour to my eye, not very much. So we're going to go in with a slightly darker color brown, and we're only going to focus it onto the very outer corners of the eye and just blend it very lightly. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of depth. That's it. I'm just going to use the exact same brush and pick up a little bit of product, and I'm just going to tap it onto the very outer corner. And you can already see that it's adding just a little bit of definition. Not a lot. You don't want a ton of definition with hooded eyes because you're just going to lose it in the crease anyway. Now, just to open the eyes up just a tiny bit more, all I've got is a fluffy brush with just the tiniest bit of concealer on it. And I'm just going to pat a little bit of concealer. All this is going to do is make the surface of your eye a little bit sticky again, so that you can apply just a little bit of color on top and have it stick. It's not going to fall anywhere. This is very easy. So all you're using for this look is 3 colors: a very light brown, a slightly darker brown, and then you're going to put a little bit of a bone color just on top of that tiny bit of concealer. So all I'm doing is grabbing a bit more of a C-shaped brush, a little bit more of a dense brush, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of a light color, and I'm just going to set on top of my concealer. And all that's going to do is really brighten my eye. Nothing really else. It's just going to make my eyes look bigger. And you might think, why would I make my eyes darker just to make them brighter again? And the reason is because your eyes will look bigger. And if you want your eyes to look bigger, this is a very easy way to do it. As you can see, my eyes already look pretty large. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit, that same brush before, just a little bit of blending just on top. A little bit of blending on the edges, and that's really all you need. It's just 3 colors, super simple. It adds only the tiniest bit of definition to your eyes. It's so easy for day, for night. All it does is open up your eyes. You can't even tell your eyes are hooded anymore because it's so bright. You can't even tell. So this is how I'm going to leave it. You could obviously make this darker, you could add glitter, you could do anything you wanted, but this is just super simple and I tend to like it. So all I'm going to do is throw on a little bit of mascara and I will show you the finished look. So that is it. That is how I do makeup on hooded eyes, on my own, on other people I do makeup on. And yeah, this book is excellent. If you would like to pick up this book, it is in the Tillsonburg branch. I'll be returning it as soon as possible. Have a great day.
Thank you, Rhiannon, for that wonderful makeup tutorial. Something that we should definitely try and experiment with.
Yes. I have hooded eyes, so I am definitely going to try that. Moving along, we have this awesome book right here, The Green Beauty Guide by Julie Gabriel. So this book here talks all about going green with your skincare and your makeup. She gives you lots of general ideas about how to find green products and organic products. There are some recipes in here for making your own products. So definitely an excellent book to check out.
That's really cool. I know there's a lot of chemicals and things in skincare and makeup that I can't even pronounce them. So if you're into going green and really knowing what's in your products, that might be a good book to start with. On that same sort of note, we have this book here. So this is the Botanical Skincare Recipe Book, 194 tried and tested herbal recipes. So this book is full of very easy to follow recipes with some fairly common ingredients that you may already have at home or they would be easy to find. And we've already bookmarked a couple of recipes that we are going to try out today as part of our Try This.
Well, should we try this?
I'm ready.
All right.
The first recipe we're going to try is called Lovely Lavender Bath Bombs. And it uses baking soda, citric acid, Epsom salt. You'll also need oil and essential oils.
To get us started, we need to mix all of our dry ingredients into a bowl. So we will start, we need 1 cup of baking soda. So let's start there. And this will also a 1/2 cup of citric acid, so I will just pour a 1/2 cup into here.
So 1 cup of baking soda.
1/2 cup of citric acid, and then we need a 1/2 cup of Epsom salts.
Okay.
Your skin is the biggest organ on your body. So in that matter, anything you put on your skin is absorbed. So you want to make sure that you are putting good quality products onto your body.
That's sort of the fun of making your own DIY skincare or following a natural recipe, is you know what you're putting onto and into your body.
All right, so we need to whisk this together, and then in a separate container, we're going to put all of our liquid ingredients. So with that, we need 2 teaspoons of, it says we can use some kind of soap or a fragrance oil, so an essential oil. And then we also require 3 teaspoons of some type of oil. So whether it be grapeseed oil, which that's what we have here, fractionated coconut oil, or some other form of oil. You can use olive oil if you want, whatever you have that's handy.
I will whisk.
Essential oils, if you're using a good pure quality essential oil, you don't need to put a lot. A little bit goes a long way, so you only need like a few drops. Not I know this recipe was calling for 2 teaspoons, which is quite a bit. It's a lot of drops, so just really to your preference of scent. So we're going to put maybe 5 or 6 drops into there like that. And then we need some soap color. You want to make sure that you're using coloring that is specifically designed for bath and body products or skincare products, so that we do have some here.
Yeah, so this says use in bath and body bases, not food coloring, because it will stain your skin and everything else. So this is specifically color dye to use in like beauty and health products. And again, probably less is more with coloring, so use it just a couple drops.
Start small, and if we have to add more to the other
Yes.
product, we can definitely do that. You're gonna add it slowly and mix as you go.
So we're adding the wet mixture to the dry. Okay, so I have added the liquid to the powder and it is getting clumpy, so I'm going to mix it with my hands. And I can definitely smell that lavender, so that was about what, 5-6 drops?
Yeah.
That seems like that's enough for my personal preference. All right, so we are fully mixed here. What's our next step?
So now we take the mixture and we pack it into the molds. So you can get, I believe, at like healthcare stores and maybe Walmart, I'm not sure, the round bath bomb molds. So it's 2 pieces basically. You would put some in one half and some in the other, and then you would put them together and allow it to dry. We don't have any of those, so we are improvising. We have these molds, which are soap molds, but they work just as well. It would just be a flat bath bomb instead of a round. So we pack it in there and get them as full as possible, and you want to press down and make sure that everything is packed in, and then we just let them dry.
This has to happen fairly quickly, so The mixture is still a little bit moist before it dries completely out and it won't hold its shape. Okay, so our mold has been filled and pressed down firmly. So what do we do with them now?
Now we just set them aside and we wait till they dry.
Okay.
Usually it doesn't take a really long time, but you definitely want to make sure that they are fully dried and hardened before you try to pop them out of the molds.
So I will put those aside and we'll let them be. What do you have here?
So these are roller bottles, your glass roller bottles, so that you can make your own roll-ons, shall we say. So a lot of people like to make their own perfumes or different types of rollers to help with different types of things. And it's fairly simple to make them. You can buy roller bottles basically anywhere. I think PharmaSave carries them, or any of your healthcare stores would carry them. And all you need to do, we will make a peppermint roller bottle because peppermint is great for opening up the airwaves. It probably says something about peppermint in that book.
Oh, definitely.
So it isn't, peppermint's excellent. And I just love the smell of peppermint. Who doesn't love peppermint? All you need to do is put maybe 4 or 5 drops into there. You could do more, maybe even 10. It all depends on how strong you want it to be. If you're just making a roller bottle just to freshen up. And you're just gonna fill it with some form of carrier oil. So your fractionated coconut oil, you can use grapeseed, any sort of oil you have. And again, you can use olive oil if you want. The fractionated coconut oil absorbs better. I think that's why most people use it. And then you just take your fancy little roller here, pop it on, put the lid on, mix it up a little bit. Want to give it a try? Here, roll it on your wrist, or you can roll it on your neck.
Oh, it smells nice. Peppermint's really good for headaches, isn't it?
Yes, peppermint is excellent for headaches.
Very nice.
Just like that.
Those roller bottles are really neat, and I can see them being definitely very useful. They travel well and they're small and compact, so another really cool thing that you can also try at home. Well, I'm going to set these aside. We're going to clean up our area here a little bit, and we have one more recipe to try from the Botanical Skincare Recipe Book. We'll be right back. Okay, our bath bombs are hardening. What are we on to now?
Now we are going to try an exfoliating hand mask.
Okay. Seems like a good recipe to try. Everybody's hands are probably dry from the winter and dry from the excessive washing and hand sanitizer use, and this is a good recipe that everybody can try.
So first we're going to add a teaspoon of our carrier oil, again, whatever one suits your fancy, into our bowl.
And this one's grapeseed oil?
This is grapeseed oil, yeah. And then we're going to put in 2 drops of an essential oil. What are we using, Shannon?
This is tangerine.
Mix that together. And then we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of baking soda.
1 tablespoon, all right. Probably could have grabbed a smaller bowl. I was overzealous with my bowl here. 1 tablespoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And mix.
And mix. And then if you want to, it is optional to use a 1/2 teaspoon of aloe vera gel. Again, something you can find probably at your local pharmacy or health food store.
Oops. And then mix really well. This looks like it's making like a single serving, for 1 person. But we are going to both try it out here.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then you just take some and you scrub it onto your hands, your tops, in between your fingers, and you just scrub it in really well. And then you rinse your hands off and you pat them dry with the towel, and they should feel fantastic. This is what we're hoping is going to happen.
Okay. I'm gonna try some, and then you can try some.
Take my thing off here.
I thought it would be more liquidy, like it would drip more. It's not as nice.
You can feel the kind of grittiness from the baking soda. That's
Yeah.
why it's going to help exfoliate. It's a lot more than what I was anticipating.
Yeah.
You can actually do both your hands. It smells good.
It does smell good. And the baking soda it does provide that gritty quality, but it's soft enough that it's actually really relaxing.
Not like sandpaper.
No, it's not. This is perfect.
We're going to go rinse off, and we will be right back.
Okay, so our hands have been rinsed and we patted them dry with the towel.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, but my hands feel so soft.
They actually really do. Yeah.
I'm very impressed. That was a really easy recipe with really
So simple.
only a couple ingredients. And what page is that on? I want to keep this.
Is
recipe.
on page 185, exfoliating hand mask.
185 of the Botanical Skincare Recipe Book. That's a keeper for sure.
Yes, definitely.
I'm very impressed.
Now all we would need was some like nice lotion
Mhm.
to put on after. I might not even need any lotion. It's, yeah, my hands feel nice.
Very nice. Well, that was definitely successful.
Was. Definitely check this one out. There's tons more recipes that you could try out in there for sure.
Definitely, and a lot of the recipes use the same sort of ingredients. So if you get some of these basics, a carrier oil, some essential oil, maybe some aloe and some other things like that, you could probably make most of the recipes in there. All right, well, shall we take our soft hands back over and check on our bath bombs?
Definitely.
Okay, so we tried 2 recipes from the Botanical Skincare Recipe Book, and Leslie also showed us how to make a essential oil roller. But what else do you have here with you?
This is soap base. So in this recipe book, you can find all kinds of different soap recipes, making your own soap right from scratch. If you don't carry, like if you don't have everything to make a soap from scratch, you can buy soap base. So it's already ready to just add in your essential oils, add in your coloring, and then add in any other skin safe additive that you want to put in there for your skin. So you can purchase these, again, your local health food store. I believe that my health food in Woodstock probably carries something like this, or you may even be able to order something like that online. But yes, this book does have some that you can make right from scratch. You add all your ingredients in together, but these are very handy if you don't want to do that.
I would love to try to make soap. Maybe that will be its very own try this video in the future. To check in on our bath bombs that we made, they're not quite hardened enough yet to flip them out and keep them in the same shape. We put ours in the fridge for a little bit, and they just need a little bit more time to get the bath bombs out of your mold. When they are ready and hard, you can put a plate or something flat on the top and then flip it over like you do with a cake or cupcakes, things like that.
So that was a lot of fun. Remember that you can get these books and so many more. These are just a few of the beauty and makeup books that we do have in our catalog. So go online on our website, ocl.net, have a look at our catalog. You can place these and so many more on hold.
And stay connected with the Oxford County Libraries on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And our YouTube page is full of fun programming videos and all of our previous Try This videos if you wanted to go back and see what we've been up to.
Also, keep an eye on our website for updates on all of our Oxford County libraries, especially your local branch.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Rhiannon from the Tillsburg Library, for walking us through a makeup tutorial. And until next time, this has been Try This.
Bye.